The NLL on BR Live is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. And Doug, Austin Stotts is nearing his return for the Seals.
And I would say we could expect to see him sometime in mid-February, and boy, the Seals are looking forward to that return.
They need him in a big way. Doug sat down with Austin Stotts earlier today. Here's that interview.
Austin, talk about when the fans in San Diego can expect to see you back in the lineup.
Hopefully a couple more weeks here. Hopefully sometime in February, if not earlier, but hope just in February.
And you've been working extremely hard for the last 9-10 months to try to get ready for the start of the year for you. What's that process been like? Talk about what you've been through, both mentally and physically, to try to get back on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, 9 to 10 months without playing the sport I love, right? It's pretty hard on anyone, right? For whatever they would love to do or whatever. We've just been doing a lot of running, just trying to get back to feeling normal and getting that confidence back in my knee, you know. So
now you've been watching a lot of lacrosse, probably a lot more than you've wanted to over the last few games. What are you seeing from this team that you like?
We're building chemistry, even though like we didn't squeeze out those first 3 games or whatever it was. I see a lot of smiling going on in the locker room. I see a lot of brotherhood going on around the locker room. I mean, it's just gonna come together pretty soon here.
A lot of new faces on the offensive end for the Seals this year. Talk about some of the guys that you're really looking forward to playing with once you do get back in the lineup.
Probably Wesley Berg. I haven't played with him. You can just see he's a goal scorer. He's a good lacrosse player. He knows what's going on out there. And probably Grizo. He's been in the league for a long time. He's done it all. Call him 7-Eleven. He's always open, so just got to get him the ball.
Great. Thank you very much, Austin.
And it was a big for Stotts. You see the goals and assists, 61 points for Austin Stotts, the NLL Rookie of the Year in 2018-19. Feels like a big afternoon as well, Doug, for Frank Scigliano in net. Again, San Diego has struggled at home at 0-2. Scigliano once again gets the start here today.
Well, and he's coming off a solid performance up in Vancouver in the 11-10 overtime win a couple of weeks ago. But still giving up way too many goals, certainly not all on him, but I know he's a big factor there, and the Seals are going to look for a better home performance, I think, from Frankie today.
In net for Saskatchewan, Evan Kirk, who's had a very good start to his season.
Yeah, Kirk, second overall in goals against average in the National Lacrosse League, third overall in save percentage at .833, one of the league's best, and the Seals are going to have their hands full offensively to get the ball past him today.
So again, the two netminders this afternoon, San Diego and Saskatchewan, the first of 2 regular season meetings. We're all set in the center circle. Jeremy Thompson and Brandon Cleland. How do you like this matchup this afternoon, Doug?
Well, I think it's a good matchup. I think Cleland's been off to a pretty good start this year, winning over 50% of his draws, and Thompson, one of the league's best.
Well, San Diego won that, but quickly the rush the other way with Rubish on net, and that's off the shoulder of the goalkeeper, Frank Scigliano.
Man, and I think one of the things that's super important for the Seals is to get off to a good start.
Yes.
Early in the season so far, they've struggled in the first quarter, being outscored 10-4. The rush, a pretty potent offensive group. A fast start is going to be important for San Diego today.
There's Matthews, who we talked about during NLL pregame live. And Matthews stopped by Scigliano. What's surprising is not only have the Seals been outscored, Doug, by 6 in first quarters, they've only scored 4 goals in 4 first quarters this year.
Well, and the Seals taking the most shots per game of any team in the National Lacrosse League, but shooting about 11%, which is resulting in that goal production. Now, interestingly enough, the Rush are second overall in terms of shots per game.
They got numbers here. Messenger fires, and Scigliano makes a really good save low.
Good to see Scigliano feeling the rubber early and making those saves.
Now, the Rush have had some decent looks early on, and Scigliano has been up to task. San Diego's turned it over their last 2 possessions, Doug. Oh, nice job there. Still loose. Seals have it, so they win it back. Good work by Matt Sykes. So just underway here from San Diego. First meeting in the West between Saskatchewan and the Seals this season. Last year, the Seals were 1-2 against Saskatchewan in the regular season. Fields without an angle. Gets towards the restraining line. I don't know if that was a pass or a shot. He was looking for Wesley Berg. So the Rush, Doug, have had so much success in this league over the years. 3 NLL titles in the last 5 seasons. Upset last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, the Rush are just a fantastic organization, and most of these guys have played for years with each other, and the chemistry really shows on the floor for them.
Yeah, Derek Keenan's done a good job with this unit. That shot is wide from Robert Church. Church, one of the big offensive weapons, right?
Yeah, Robert Church is one of the league's best. And again, 7 goals, 6 assists so far this season, really carrying the bulk of the load offensively for the Rush, along with Mark Matthews, who's got 6 goals and 10 assists so far this season.
Kirk with the save outside there on Zach Greer. Remember, it was Brody Merrill who was on the floor a moment ago that had the winner last week against Vancouver in overtime. A big one for the Seals.
Huge win for San Diego after starting the season 0-3 to get that overtime win on the road up in Vancouver. And in that game, really, the ball in overtime just kind of found Brody's stick. That's the guy you wanted to roll in if you're San Diego. It did. It found his stick, and he was able to score in transition.
There's McIntosh inside, shooting high on Chiliano, who makes another shoulder save. Loose ball. Bodies fly. Still loose. Still loose on the floor. And it's going to stay with the Rush. New shot clock as well. Still looking for our first goal. There's a push from behind. We play on. Open man in the middle, and Chiliano makes another body save. That's Ahmad Church. The other way for San Diego, and Kirk denies Reinhold.
Good save by Evan Kirk on a naked breakaway by Tor Reinhold. We talked about in the open how really generating goals from the back end is going to be super important today. In those first 3 games for the Seals, they didn't generate any goals out the back. Last game that they played, the overtime win in Vancouver, they generated 3.
Yeah, they needed those against scoring just 11 times with overtime. Shot close from Chiliano. He's been great early on. Second chance, though, for the Rush and a new shot clock. About 4 minutes have gone by in this scoreless game. John Schaefer, Doug Locker from Pechanga Arena on a beautiful day in San Diego. Church using a screen, getting towards the middle, gets rid of it. Underneath, open try, and Chiliano has been brilliant early on for the Seals. Couldn't ask for more out of Chiliano, who again in a couple of the home losses has not been up to his best performances this year. There's Pearson outside, and Kirk gets that right in the midsection. Long outlet for Corbeil, the veteran. There's another look at the save from Chiliano as this is high, looking for that top corner, Ben McIntosh, who surprisingly this year, Doug, has scored just 2 goals.
Yeah, I think he's one of a couple of Rush players who have struggled a little bit finishing. He's shooting about 4%, which is, definitely uncharted waters for him. But San Diego's struggling with the same kinds of things. Kyle Buchanan shooting 5%, Zach Greer shooting 9%. Really, you want to see these guys in the 15, 16% range to start moving that goal per game average up.
There was a stoppage there for a shot clock reset, so Saskatchewan will have it. The shot clock has been reset to 11, not 30, just about 5 minutes in. Hard to make too much of the numbers this early in a season, especially for the Rush. They've played only 3 times. San Diego has played 4. So off the restart, the Rush have it in those gray tops, and Chiliano again makes the save on the outside shot.
Well, the other thing, John, is this Rush offense is formidable.
All right, under 10 to play in a scoreless first quarter. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on PR Live. All right, back at Pechanga, Patrick Merrill on the left, Derek Keenan on the right, the 2 head coaches for these respective franchises.
Both head coaches and general managers of their respective clubs, and Derek Keenan has done it all as a head coach and general manager. Patrick Merrill just getting started, but off to a pretty good start.
That's right, Merrill a year ago guiding San Diego to the postseason in its inaugural season. So on the restart, we haven't had a goal in the first 5+ minutes. San Diego has it in those traditional purple tops. Fields slings one wide. One and done for San Diego. Corbeil on the outlet without numbers. The Rush, again, upset a year ago. Otherwise, Doug, they were looking for a fourth title in 5 years.
Yeah, remarkable run by that organization.
Chiliano, the low save, and one and done for the Rush. A nice start defensively, and in net from Frank Chiliano.
Yeah, you've got to be happy if you're Patrick Merrill and his staff seeing the start that Chiliano's off to so far this afternoon.
San Diego in Vancouver, back and forth, finding a way, though, with Brody Merrill in overtime to win it, their first win of the season. Again, they're without Austin Stas. Nice pass inside, and Kirk has been so good, guys. He's allowing less than 8 goals per game.
Really good take by Connor Kiernan. It was just Kirk was better with the save.
There's Thompson. The veteran gets rid of it. There's a play inside, and a first goal of the night belongs to Matt Dinsdale.
Yeah, Marty Dinsdale doing a really good job getting to the middle of the floor, making Chiliano make a decision to move, and he's able to finish it. Dinsdale with his second goal on the season, yeah.
Again, they have not scored a ton in their first 3 games. They're 2-1. Former 7th overall pick of Calgary had career highs in points a year ago. 47 of them.
And Dinsdale's money, I mean, 20 goals a year ago, fantastic year for him. He's super dangerous, as is any player, but Dinsdale specifically when they get to that point on the floor, and they've really got the goalie hung out.
Glenlund 2 for 2 on faceoffs as the Seals win it. And you mentioned this earlier, and I know it's only 1 goal and we're midway through the first, but San Diego at times this year has struggled with slow starts. They're now -7 in the first quarter this year. Looking for an equalizer now midway through the first. Fields back towards the restraining line. Thinks about firing from out there, but passes it. That shot on Kirk is saved low. And now the Rush the other way.
And Fields in that breakout, had a breakout game in that win up in Vancouver with 4 goals.
So the Rush with possession, again, a 1-goal lead. Last playing in New York, they allowed just 4 goals in that game, won 11-4. Here's Ben McIntosh behind the net. That dive shot attempt is saved by Chiliano as we get a crease violation. Belgrade might have numbers as they hurry along. Ball's loose. And Thompson, as he seemingly always does, has the loose ball.
Yeah, Kiernan finding himself really being 1-on-3 there alone in front of the net. And against this Rush defense, good things weren't going to happen there.
Saskatchewan, Doug, has doubled up San Diego in shots early. Actually better than that, 12-5. It's a lot of shots. Cutter, ball's loose, looking for Robert Church, who gets it back. Open try here on Chiliano. He makes again a low save.
And Matthews just too open there in a great shooting spot. Kind of a family day atmosphere today, and we've got a lot of family ties with the game. For the Rush, Derek Keenan, his son Ryan, Jeff and Travis Cornwall. For San Diego, Patrick Merrill and brother Brody, Bill Greer, his brother Zach.
Pearson in front there had a great chance. Yeah, you got the McIntoshes.
And then the McIntoshes going head-to-head.
You're right. It does have
Garrett
a family
and Ben.
feel on this Sunday afternoon in San Diego. There's an outside shot, smothered again as the shot came from the Rush. That was Jeff Cornwall. Seals looking for their first. Nifty shot saved by Kirk. Shot coming there from Sykes.
Sykes with a little modified twister airborne.
Would have been beautiful if it went. But again, Kirk has been really very good in the first 10 minutes of this one. McIntosh, again, just 2 goals early in the season for the Rush. Nifty 2-man game and the second goal of the night. This one for Ryan Keenan. So Keenan, the Ontario native, strikes, and the Rush lead 2-0.
And for Ryan Keenan, his 3rd goal on the season. Good ball movement. Nice little flip pass to Keenan, who's naked on the crease.
Former 1st overall pick, top 25 scorer a year ago, 73 points, and we've seen this before. I mean, this is what the Rush have done historically in the last handful of years. They've played well on the road. They've played well on the road here to start.
And I think for Ryan Keenan, that's a blessing, that last goal. Both of his previous goals were on the power play, so his first goal of the year, 5-on-5, and that's got to feel good for him.
Well, again, if there's been an area where the Rush have been lacking this year, it's on offense, despite their 2-1 start. Off the turnover, a break from Clelland on Kirk, who makes a great save. Seals scoop it up, though, and keep it. Couple of breakaway chances, Doug, but no goals for the Seals.
Yeah, good hard work there by Cam Holding to get the possession back for San Diego. But you're right, 2 breakaway opportunities. Ryan Holding, Clelland unable to find the answer on Kirk.
Yeah, need to find a way to cash in. Trailing by 2 early. There's a sideways shot that's seen by Kirk. He's seeing the ball very well early on. Thompson on the run out without numbers. Will now slow it up. 5 minutes to play in the first, 2-0 Rush. Chiliano the save. Long rebound. Ball's loose, and we're going to push the back against San Diego. It'll stay with the Rush.
More importantly, it'll give them a reset on the 30-second shot clock.
That's right. We have not seen a power play opportunity for either team in the first quarter. Inside on Chiliano, and he somehow was able to get a piece of that and stop Jeff Schaller.
And the Rush is doing a great job in that 2-man game, really working the ball well.
A good passing early on from Saskatchewan, building this 2-0 lead. Here's Pearson getting around his defender. He's cut off now, doubled, and the ball's loose. And beautiful job defensively.
Yeah, and that's classic Saskatchewan Rush defense. Offensive player turns his back, that double's coming.
Yep. And they forced the turnover, and it feels like early San Diego's had a number of turnovers on their home field in this first quarter. Want to stay within arm's reach early, trailing 2-0. Church trying to get free. Reverses course. Shot, rebound, and a score. Marty Dinsdale's got 2.
Right place, right time off the McIntosh shot. Chiliano made the save, but it kicked off his pads right into Dinsdale's stick. And it results in a 3-0 Rush lead. You see the shot here by McIntosh, saved by Chiliano. Dinsdale's there to put it away.
If you're Chiliano, not much you can do with that rebound right in the middle of the crease or right in front of it. And, you know, if you're Patrick Merrill right now, it's a little bit of a dangerous spot. Trailing a very good franchise 3-0 early.
Oh, you talk about it all the time. It's the ability to answer runs. And right now, San Diego's got to stop this run by the Rush and get an answer themselves.
Dinsdale today, Doug, 2 goals, 1 assist on the 3 goals. So 4 minutes to play in the first. And again, San Diego has been slow to start this season. They've been outscored now by 9 goals in the first quarter this year, including 3 today. Looking to get some life into this building on a beautiful Sunday in San Diego, where the temperatures outside are around 65 degrees. There's a shot inside, and again, Kirk makes the save.
Noble denied. Really good 2-man game again. But Kirk up to the task on the Noble shot.
Good news for San Diego is they retain possession and get a new shot clock out of it. Fields from this near side. Now far side for San Diego. Back for Fields. Fields on the shot fake. Now Berg cut off. Berg dumps it inside wide open on Kirk, and there's the first for the Seals, Jeremy Noble.
Classic 2-man game goal by Jeremy Noble. See it here on replay. Berg, little flip, 2 guys go to him. Noble's naked, puts it far side on Evan Kirk.
Perfectly placed, top corner, over the shoulder of Kirk. And that ends the drought. Seals are on the board, they trail 3-1. Comes about 12 minutes into this first quarter.
Noble with his 4th of the season. And coming off a season where a year ago, John, he only had 5 in Colorado.
So he's got 4 already for the veteran 28-year-old. Face-off won by Saskatchewan. Greer and Berg assisting on Noble's 4th. San Diego trailed 3-0. They're on the board. Good to have you alongside on BR Live. I think we're still looking for an under 5 media timeout. We've had a couple of goals, but no other stoppages. There's a chance in front on Chiliano. That jump shot still loose and in the net for the Rush.
And we're going to want to take a look at this. There was a lot of bodies in the crease. I'm sure the San Diego staff will be looking to see if one of those bodies was a Rush player. was tough to tell from our angle. There was just so much clutter in there.
It almost looked to be deflected. Let's see. Oh, he's clearly in the crease. McIntosh is clearly in the crease.
Yeah, there's the challenge flag from Patrick Merrill.
I'm surprised they missed that on field, Doug. I mean, this is as clear as. Well,
Yeah,
there's a lot
I think
of legs in there.
Well, there was a lot of bodies in the crease, and I think because the ball didn't go in on the initial shot,
Right.
there was that little delay.
Well, that could be a break for San Diego. We'll take a look at this one. It looked like McIntosh was clearly in the crease when the ball crossed the goal line. They'll need definitive video evidence, and I think we have it.
We'll get a bunch of looks on this one, but I think you're right, John. I think clearly there was a rush player in the crease.
And for McIntosh, a guy that, again, has struggled a bit to score this year, I'm sure he wishes this one would stand. So they will look at it. Again, 2:43 to play in the first quarter. John Schaefer, Doug Locker with you here from Pechanga Arena. Let's see if we get another look at this one. Seals trailed 3-0. Got the goal a moment ago from Jeremy Noble. Let's take one more look. What do you see here, Doug?
You got the overhead shot and the initial shot.
Okay, you see a foot down there, actually?
Overhead's a real tough angle
yep.
to see when the foot's down.
Yep. Because, yeah, I can't see anything down from there, but it's hard to say from that vantage point if a foot's down.
Yeah, you can.
Here we
Here
go.
we go. Initial shot.
Let's see.
McIntosh bumped by Merrill, and
There's a foot in.
Yeah, it looks
Clearly
like
a
the
foot
foot or part of the leg is in.
You know what? Maybe that's a defender. It's hard to say. I thought on the first look you could tell McIntosh was in the crease. Here's another look.
The key is going to be McIntosh, obviously. Stay tiptoeing there.
He may have stayed out. And there has to be conclusive video evidence, right?
There does.
That he was in.
Yeah, there's got to be conclusive video evidence that he was in the crease prior to the entire ball crossing the plane of the goal.
This is closer than I thought. I think when I saw it initially, I thought that his leg was Merrill's leg. I'm like, well, he's clearly in the crease. But when I look at it again, it's tough to see.
This may be one of those replays that takes a little while. They're gonna look at it multiple times, multiple angles.
Well, I like the fact that they can look at it multiple times with multiple angles. In a sport like this, I mean, you want to get this right. There's a crease for a reason. The violation is in the rule book for a reason. So if he's in the crease, wave it off. But if there's not definitive video evidence, then it's going to count.
Yeah, and absolutely. And a lot of people have been somewhat critical of the replay technique so far this year because of the length of time some of those replays have taken. But go back to the original intent. The original intent is to get the call right.
Yep.
And you want to make these officials want to make sure they're getting the call right, so they're going to take an extra 10 or 15 seconds.
No, and I think that's right. They're conferring right now. What do you think, if you were guessing right now?
I've never been good in Vegas, John.
I'm going to say it stands because they don't have that definitive replay. We're looking at what they're looking at right now, right? And that overhead shot, I don't think it's going to prove it one way or the other.
No, I don't think the overhead shot is a help at all. And the key terminology, again, is definitive. So, you know, Todd LeBranch taking his time, making sure that he's got this right, and you can see on screen what he's looking at.
Right. Anything surprise you based on the way this first quarter has played out thus far?
No, not really. I mean, day games are traditionally hard, especially on a Sunday. Your routine is a little different. So I didn't expect that there would be, you know, tremendous fireworks early. Here's the call.
All right.
After review, the Saskatchewan player in the back of the crease does not reestablish outside the crease, therefore we have no goal.
That's interesting. So we weren't even looking at that.
Well, they've got the player has to reestablish himself outside of the crease. He obviously did not do that in Todd LeBranch's opinion.
Yep.
And San Diego, instead of being down 4-1,
That's big.
it stays at 3-1, which is big.
All right, let's take a timeout. Late in the first quarter, you're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live. Next weekend, the NLL Game of the Week moves to Buffalo as Josh Byrne and the Bandits host Tom Schreiber and the Toronto Rock in a North Division matchup. Catch all the action at 6:30 Eastern Time, live on BR Live, Twitter, and Facebook. John Schaefer, Doug Locker. So the goal ruled off for Saskatchewan. The Seals find themselves trailing by 2 here late in the first quarter. The Rush scored the first 3. Jeremy Nobles has the lone goal for San Diego. Off the dasher, stays with the Seals and Connor Kiernan. Now Fields coming off that big game. Whips one in on Kirk. He makes the low save. Again, the Rush coming off a win in New York last week, 11-4. Again, goalkeeping has been their story. Church outside, Chiliano keeps that out.
He had to fight that one off at the last second.
He's been under fire, hasn't he, in this first quarter?
He really has been.
Tons of shots.
He's been up to the task, though.
Keeping San Diego very much in it. Under 2 to play in the first. San Diego is looking for their first home win of the season. Very good team at home a year ago when they went to the postseason. Hosted a playoff game. Fields, the cutter, can't handle cleanly. Now Greer. A little two-man game. In front that ends up on Kirk, and he makes the save. It was a pass. Thompson might have numbers as he hurries ahead. Let's see. Thompson in the middle. Thompson shoots on Chiliano. Rebound in front, and a high shot. I think Thompson made a good decision there. He had some numbers. He shot, got the rebound. They just couldn't score. Now Cam Holding the other way for the Seals. Across the field for Pearson. Fields all the way outside. Pearson keeps it on the rebound attempt. Tough to shoot or score from outside the restraining line, right? Especially on Kirk. Tough angle shot as the shot clock expires.
Yeah, not a good possession for San Diego offensively there.
Yeah, didn't really move the ball a lot. Shot the ball outside a couple times. Final minute. That's a quick shot and a rebound for Matthews.
Rush looking to try to get a 2-for-1, taking an early shot.
That will take the time under 30 seconds to play in the first. Matthews finds a cutter in front, and the fourth goal is Ben McIntosh.
Side-to-side ball movement, ball goes to the far side and then swings to McIntosh, cutting right to the net, and he goes off the floor limping.
Yeah, this one though, Doug, is going to count. Remember, they waved off the previous McIntosh goal. This one, I think he stayed out. He did. He stayed out of the crease.
Good ball movement by Saskatchewan. Matthews over at the far boards where he likes to hang out, hits a cutting McIntosh coming right towards the net.
Good first period for the Rush as McIntosh, the veteran, has his third of the season. Their assistant captain had 41 goals a year ago, top 5 in the league. Final seconds as we get a whistle.
Rush take a timeout on that
Smart.
possession, yeah, with 17 seconds left in the quarter.
So Saskatchewan answers and leads 4-1. Watch all the action from around the National Lacrosse League this season on BR Live. You can choose an annual, monthly, or per game pass. For more information, visit NLL.com/BR Live. So 17 seconds, Saskatchewan will try to set something up. They've led both 3-0 and 4-1. The only San Diego goal belongs to Jeremy Noble. McIntosh from Cornwall and Matthews. Patrick Merrill again looks on, former first overall pick in the NLL, second year as a head coach and GM of what was previously an expansion franchise in 2018-19.
And John, this is a big moment early in this game. 4-1, 17 seconds left in the first. You got a 6-on-5 situation for Saskatchewan, a situation that they're traditionally very deadly in. And if you're San Diego, you do not want to go down 5-1 against this Rush team at the end of one.
And this isn't a traditional power play, but this year on the power play, they are 5 of 10, so they convert half the time. Final seconds winding down without that goalkeeper, 6-on-5 for the Rush. Here we go, in front, one-timer saved by Chiliano, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Saskatchewan leading 4-1 behind excellent goalkeeping from Evan Kirk. Stay where you are. Second quarter after this. You're watching the NLL on BR Live.
Welcome back. It's 4-1 Saskatchewan, and I'm joined right now by defensive coordinator Bill Greer. Bill, what does the team need to do in order to stop this, what seems to be on fire Saskatchewan team?
Yeah, we definitely have some adjustments to make. They're picking us apart a bit off ball, you know, doing some up picks and getting open in the middle. And then I think we're trying to do a little bit too much out there. We're cheating, we're trying to get up the floor, and we're trying to push the envelope a little bit, and that cost us. So they're a team you got to play a full 30 seconds or they'll make you pay.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time. Guys?
All right, so 22 first quarter shots, Doug, from Saskatchewan. That's a huge number, isn't it?
Yeah, that's an awful lot of rubber for Frank Chiliano to see. The good news is he saved, even though he's given up 4 goals, he saved about 81, 82% of those shots, but way too many shots for him to see.
Again, the Rush on the road in those gray tops with black and green complementary colors. Seals in purple and gold here. Pechanga Arena, San Diego on this Sunday afternoon. Good to have you on BR Live. The Rush by 3, matching their largest lead. They scored the first 3. There's Matthews. Always dangerous with the ball in his stick. Good passing. Might have been off the post. Long outlet. McClellan couldn't get a piece of it, and the Seals turned it over.
I think maybe exactly what Bill Greer was talking about, talking to Tabitha just then, trying to push the envelope a little bit. Opportunity for a break, but it may have been a little bit better to have that possession.
So the Seals have been doubled up in shots, and Evan Kirk's been really good. Chiliano there's able to get a sneaker on it. Keep it out. Face-offs even in the first. Neither team had a power play opportunity. The Rush did close that first quarter 6-on-5. It's Buchanan towards the restraining line. In front. On Kirk for the second of the night. Connor Kiernan. That was good ball movement.
Very good ball movement, and I'll tell you what, nice finish by Connor Kiernan, who almost looked like he was running out of room backside, but just managed to stick it by Evan Kirk.
He had about that much room to work with, the size of a lacrosse ball, and got it by Kirk. San Diego showing fight here in the first half, trailing 4-2 on Kiernan's first of the day and his 4th of the season. Ball's loose off the face-off. Bodies flying, Seals have it. So Kiernan from Noble and Fields. See if the Seals can make it back-to-back goals for the first time today. Just underway in the second quarter. Wesley Berg has been relatively quiet on offense early on. He finds a cutter, and Kirk makes a really good save there on Buchanan.
Good job by Berg and Buchanan working together, and Buchanan got free underneath, just couldn't put it away.
Good signs, though, from the Seals on offense their last 2 possessions. Excellent ball movement, resulting in 1 goal.
Yeah, it's nice to see the ball movement, and also nice to see them getting into some of the tougher areas on the floor.
Matthews using a pick. On the far side now. There's a shot on Chiliano. That hits some iron, and the Seals have it. It's Reinhold. He's got a runner out in front, and that shot on Kirk from McIntosh denied. Kirk's been good in close range. Runners the other way, and Cornwall scores. 5-2 Saskatchewan.
A little bit of a delayed reverse transition opportunity. McIntosh with the shot at one end. Cornwall comes down, really taking his time, waiting to see what that defense retreating is going to give him. His brother flips it to him, and Jeff puts it away.
Yeah, Jeff finishes it. Travis started it. Now Saskatchewan, this veteran bunch, answers the goal, and they'll lead back to 3, matching their largest today. They've led 3-0, 4-1, and 5-2.
Part of that brother combo we were talking about, brother to brother there.
Absolutely. Have that great familiarity, of course, as well. Clowns done well here on the face-offs. Up for Belgrade. Well, we said one of the storylines to enter this game, Doug, was the fact that Saskatchewan has actually had issues scoring, but not necessarily today in the first half. All these shot attempts.
Right, and prefaced by the fact that, as you keep saying, it's early in the season, so the numbers are skewed to some extent.
First of the year from Cornwall. Berg. And a good save there by Kirk as Fields is denied.
Tough handle by Connor Fields, really caught that feed on his knees and still was able to let it go.
The Rush trying to extend this lead. Seals pack it in. There was a cutter off the stick, though, of Church. He gets it back. Fighting with Reinhold. Ball's loose. Rush have it. Final seconds of the shot clock. And from outside, Chiliano makes the save, but that will stay then with Saskatchewan.
Yeah, what a break for the Rush. I mean, they take a shot late in the shot clock, forcing Chiliano to make the save, kicks it into the stands. They get the reset and another possession.
All these extra possessions, the reason they had those 22 first quarter shots. Here in close, that's wide of Chiliano, but another second chance. Look at this ball movement. So quick. And the Seals get it back. Long outlet try now for Gobrecht. Gobrecht running the floor. Now knocked back out towards the restraining line.
And I know the Seals bench feels like they're getting bumped off quite a bit. They've been in the referees' ears trying to get those calls, but so far they have not come.
They're relatively clean in terms of stoppages, right? We had that stoppage to look at a goal, but no power plays in this game in 20 minutes. And a goal from the Seals, Connor Fields. Low to low.
Connor Fields just changed his angle on that shot a little bit. Kind of sweeping from low to high. Lets it go sidearm low, and it confuses Kirk, I think.
Almost like a changeup. Didn't have a ton of speed on it, but well placed. Beat Kirk.
And that's the magic of Connor Fields. Like, he's just so talented. He can shoot from a variety of different angles with a variety of different looks, and he does it there. His 9th of the season. More importantly, his 5th in the last 2 outings so far for San Diego.
First rounder, the amazing collegiate career. Obviously at Albany when he was a 200 goal scorer in his career. What are we challenging here? As the Rush will challenge this 10:35 to play.
But it didn't look like he was in, so okay. Yeah.
Let's listen
Thank
in.
you.
Well, we may have just missed that conversation. Fields.
Hi there. Okay, I'm back again.
All right, Fields is 9th from Buchanan and Greer, so they're looking at this 3rd goal.
What they're doing is they're looking to see, and I can't see who the Seals player was. They're looking to see if he was in the crease.
Oh, when the goal was scored.
Right. We'll get a better look at it here. Fields with the shot. Looks like Greer.
Now he's out. That ball's in. He's out. Great look, right?
That's a great overhead look. There's one where it actually shows you, because you can see that green between his foot and the crease line.
Should be a quick review. Let's listen downstairs.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. Good goal.
Make history as the Seals host the first ever game on a Marine Corps base. Saturday, February 22nd, the Seals take on Vancouver in a stadium built right on the flight line during the Rumble on the runway. Get tickets now at SealsLAX.com. That's SealsLAX.com. So
you ready for that one, John?
Oh, are you kidding me? How cool is that? How unique is that?
Unbelievable.
Coming up next month here in San Diego. You can get your tickets right now for that one at SealsLAX.com.
So this is going to be a power play opportunity for San Diego, because the Rush used their timeout at the end of the first to set up that 6-on-5 play. The challenge flag, which is unsuccessful, gets a charge timeout to them, so they're going to get a 2-minute penalty, and San Diego goes to the power play for the first time.
Well, that could be a very important decision made then by Derek Keenan, right? I mean, you better be sure if you challenge and go a man down. San Diego in the power play this year about 45%. So our first power play of the day comes 20 minutes into the game. The Seals have trailed by as many as 3. Right now trying to cut to within 1. In front, Buchanan deflected before it got through. Kiernan on it. Kiernan gets it back from Berg. Kiernan down low on Kirk, and he smothers it.
Yeah, Kirk read that all the way.
Now, the Seals have allowed some shorthanded goals this year, Doug. 3 of them. And a bounce pass, broken up by Belgraves. Here's a break the other way for San Diego. In on Kirk, he makes another save. He has halted 3 breakaway opportunities from San Diego today. That's unbelievable. This time stopping Cam Holding. Ball's loose. Power play under a minute, as you can see on your screen. This is Ryan Keenan. Gets shorthanded. Late in the shot clock, in front. Chiliano, who makes a pretty good save there on Church.
Great handle by Church to even handle that feed.
Probably the last opportunity for the Seals on this power play with Berg. Slowing things up, they set up. Still with a relatively new shot clock at 15. Buchanan receives it back. Newcomer on the floor, Jeremy Noble, and they turn it over.
Great active stick there.
So the Rush will get their 5th back on the floor, and we are even strength midway through the second quarter.
Ryan Dilks just doing a masterful job on the penalty kill. Very active stick, knocked that feed down, gives his team possession and the opportunity to kill that thing off.
Oh, that's a high shot on Chiliano. May have hit the face mask. Now double in the corner, and a whistle and a stoppage coming with 8:21 to play in the second quarter, and some pushing and shoving afterwards between Cornwall and Graydon Bradley. We've got a stoppage on the floor here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Is anyone going to go off or not? We'll get immediate timeout. 5-3 Saskatchewan. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live. Sunday afternoon in San Diego here at Pechanga Arena. Great afternoon to take in a professional lacrosse game. San Diego and Saskatchewan with the Rush leading the Seals 5-3. John Schaefer, Doug Locker with you. And the Rush have led throughout here in the first 30 minutes. So the Seals will have it here on the restart. Fans want the best seats in the arena and unbeatable prices. Become a Seals season ticket member. Enjoy all the benefits of membership, which start at just $9 a game. Save big on tickets, merchandise, and parking. Visit SealsLax.com and lock in your seats today. Ball's loose in the corner. Grabbed by Fields. He's got one of the goals for San Diego this afternoon. Outside for Berg. Late in the shot clock now. Berg outside. Wide of Kirk. Loose on the floor. Seals collect.
Good work by San Diego to get that reset for themselves in a new possession. Saskatchewan, very active sticks. Rubish with the knockdown on that last possession.
Ball's loose on Berg. Got it back. Berg having issues with the defender there. Get far side on Kirk, and Fields single-handedly pulls the Seals within 1.
And Connor Fields again changes his angle. That time he goes low to high. Got a little bit of separation from Kyle Rubish and took advantage of it and blasted it by Evan Kirk. Little bump, gets a bump, bounces out, low to high. Beats Evan Kirk, and we've got a 5-4 game here, John.
Yeah, sheds the defender there, creates some separation on Rubish, and then scores. Yeah, San Diego looked to be maybe in trouble early on their home floor. Not so much right now, the way Connor Fields and the offense is playing. 10 goals for Fields already for the former first-rounder of San Diego just a year ago.
I would say that pick paid pretty good dividends.
I think you're right. I think it's paid very big dividends to start this year. And remember, San Diego is only going to get healthier, or you would assume, as the season prolongs.
All right, Casey Jackson still on the physically unable to perform list. Austin Stotts on the injured reserve list for another few weeks.
Yeah, we're talking about the Rookie of the Year a season ago. Oh, good pass. And a one-timer there from Ben McIntosh, saved by Chiliano. Fields today, 2 goals and an assist. Give Berg and Greer the assists on that 4th San Diego goal. Second half of the second period. Noble. For the newcomer Buchanan. From the point. In on Kirk. He makes the high save on Fields, who was looking for a hat trick.
And Connor Fields is just feeling it. You can tell by his body language. He's feeling pretty good about himself right now. And
He's
rightfully
got it here
so.
on the restart. Finds a cutter. Buchanan. Excuse me, Kiernan. And he threw it away. Right into the passing lane. Ryan Dilks running and slowing.
What a great job by Ryan Dilks to anticipate that feed. Come up with the cause turnover.
Yeah, right in the middle of that passing lane. Matthews from outside gets it back. He does such a good job at that. Recovering his own shot. Deflected. Just wide of Chiliano. Matthews serving it back for the Rush, and that shot saved by Chiliano from Jeff Schaller. San Diego without numbers. Buchanan and San Diego resetting. Chance to tie the score here. Trailing throughout this first half. Berg using a screen. Up high on Kirk, and the save is made on the shot from Zach Greer.
Pretty easy save for Evan Kirk. No screen, saw it, was able to track it all the way in.
Nearing the 5-minute mark here of this first half. Chiliano with the stop. This is loose, but San Diego's going to end up with it looks like, with Greer.
Yeah, it was a good job by Carnegie to kind of direct that loose ball initially back to his defensive mate.
Got a chance at Jeremy Noble, who's got an early goal for San Diego. Jared Luce gets it back for Buchanan. Buchanan, little 2-man game inside Jared Luce. Still with Fields. Shoots high on Kirk and he makes the save, but whips it out of bounds. It should stay with San Diego. It will. So a timeout on the floor. We've got a good one. Saskatchewan leading San Diego 5-4 at Pechanga. You are watching the National Lacrosse League on PR Live. Sunday afternoon here in San Diego. Coming up on NLL at the half, Devin Caney sat down with Mitch Jones and Logan Schuss of the Warriors to find out how their friendship contributes to their game. Highlights and analysis of the first half and a look around the league, all coming up at the break.
And during that stoppage, Patrick Merrow was talking to the officials to watch the hold. He feels like his players are being held as they go to the net.
Had just one power play in this game. It was for San Diego after that failed challenge by the Rush. After using an earlier timeout this half, Fields looked for a hat trick in this first half. As it jarred loose by Rubish. Seals come up with it. Still loose, laying the shot clock. That'll be a violation.
Really great pressure by the Rush. That last sequence, Rubish and Messenger, 2 guys you don't want to have coming at you, all over Connor Fields.
So Johnny Pearson awarded the delay of game on cue. We had said not very many power play opportunities in this game, but this will be the first for the Rush.
Yeah, the whistle had blown. Pearson obviously, touched the ball, rolled the ball after the official's whistle, and they're going to assess the delay of game penalty on San Diego.
The Rush, 5 of 10 this season on the power play. Again, they were a man up at 6-on-5 to close the first quarter. Not a power play, though. In close, and a quick goal from the Rush.
Keenan with the goal, his second of the day, but also his third power play goal on the season.
So Keenan just working his way inside here, but nobody in front of him.
And Matthews playing the point, little backhand to Keenan, who just had all kinds of time to just kind of step down and blast it by Chiliano.
An important goal for the Rush. Their lead back to 2. They've been trimmed to 1. It's been as large as 3. So back to full strike. Those are costly. Those power play opportunities Again, the Rush better than 50% on the season. Keenan for Matthews. Late in the first half. Under 4 minutes to play. On the near side boards. Still being run down. Rush have it. Quickly ahead. That's Cornwall. And another goal from the Rush. It's Ben McIntosh's second. How about that? 2 goals in about 20 seconds.
We'll take a look at it. Really nothing fancy. Ben McIntosh is getting into a good shooting position and letting it go far side on Chiliano. Face didn't step out on the shooter.
Yeah, didn't react to it. So
And the result of it is a 3-goal Rush lead right now with a little over 3 to go until halftime.
Just like that. 7 first-half goals as well for Saskatchewan. See if the Seals can answer here after winning a face-off with Drew Belgrave. Offense at times this year has been difficult to come by for San Diego. And again, without some of their offensive stars, including Austin Stotts, the Rookie of the Year a season ago, coming back for that ACL. We hope to have him back at some point in the next month. This is Greer shedding it for Noble, who's got an early goal. Back for Greer, but now Noble whips it for Fields and off the Dashers. It's loose for the Rush, and that'll be a violation.
The Rush do such a good job of applying pressure that the pressure is really on that offensive unit to really move the ball fast. You slow down, take your foot off the gas for even a second, and they're coming at you. And I think that possession really showed a little bit of, I don't want to say panic, but it wasn't very composed.
Another second chance for the Rush, who again had these 22 first quarter shots. And after one quarter, we're on pace for 80+ shots in this game. They're one of the top teams in terms of creating shooting opportunities or shots on goal this season, along with San Diego. Garrett McIntosh and his brother has scored a couple of times today for Saskatchewan, after scoring just 2 goals in the first 3 games of the season for the Rush. Even strength. And now under 2 minutes to play. Buchanan. Fields running the point. Buchanan, the cutter, off the crossbar. Thompson. It's loose. Still on the floor. Fields has it for San Diego. How do you run that down?
There's gonna be a penalty on, it looks like Ryan Dilks up high.
So the Seals are 6 on 5 for the moment, and at the stoppage they'll go on the power play if they don't score here. Could go into the second half depending on what happens here. 6 on 5, Buchanan deflected in front. Kirk grabs it, and we'll get the second power play of the afternoon for San Diego. So Jeremy Thompson goes off, maybe frustrated after losing that loose ball. Oh, yeah. Very high. So Noble roughed up by Thompson, who goes off, and the Seals on the power play for the second time.
So Thompson with the penalty, not Dilks, as I had said earlier. My eyesight's not as good as it used to be.
Well, no, it's all right. We're kind of up high. About a minute or so of the first half. Seals would love the momentum of a power play goal here. 5 on 4. Berg at the point. Berg outside on Kirk. It's loose. It'll stay with San Diego. New shot clock. Under a minute to play now in the first half. Noble. Back for Berg at the head of this, and Kirk makes the save. So now the Rush can use about all but 12 or 13 seconds here of the remaining game clock, if they can hold on to it.
Good pressure by Berg at midfield.
So I think the Rush are going to hold here. Well, they'll go late. 4 on 5. Again, the Seals have allowed some shorthanded goals this year, 3 of them. Bad pass. It was low. and it's going to be turned over. So final chances now for San Diego, and the Seals will use a timeout, which means they can go 2 men up, right here, Doug?
They could elect to go 6-on-4. We'll see what Patrick Merrill decides to do here.
So 17 seconds. I guess the danger of going 6-on-4 is you wait. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go too quick, have the rush get it, and then have the open net. If you're 5-on-4 here, you can go, and if you get a rebound, you can keep going. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So we'll see what they do. Final 17 seconds of the half, a half that the Rush have led throughout in. They've led by as many as 3. Their lead right now is 3. Seals have fought back in this game, but it's tough playing uphill against a team as sound as Saskatchewan has been over the years.
Well, this is a big moment right now in the game for San Diego to be able to get into the locker room with a little bit of momentum, within 2 goals, feeling good about yourself coming off the floor at halftime.
Oh, yeah, you'd feel great. If you could get to the break trailing by 2, you'd feel very good. And I think the Rush would feel great if they get there with a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, so they're going to elect to play this 5-on-4.
Which I think makes sense. I think you could go quick here, try to get a shot in the first 5 or 10 seconds, then maybe try to get a rebound in the second shot if you don't score.
So Berg will start with the ball. 17 seconds on the clock, and a big moment here at Pechanga.
All right, so Berg, as you said, on the restart. We are inside 15 seconds now. San Diego setting up. Final seconds. Berg behind his back. Buchanan in front, and the shot is up and good for Kiernan. He stayed out with that dive shot, it looked like, in the final seconds on the power play.
We'll take a look at it here. Kiernan with a little bit of a kind of a pump fake. Pass from Berg, down from Buchanan. Fake low, kind of wrapped it around him. Looks like a pretty clean goal.
Yep, looks good to me. So,
and of course, more importantly, it cuts that deficit to 2 and gives you that good feeling we were talking about going into the break.
Yeah, big goal following the Thompson penalty, and we've reached the intermission with San Diego trailing Saskatchewan 7-5. But again, Kiernan the goal, Berg and Fields the assist. So San Diego trailing by 2, looking for home win number 1 in 2019-20. We'll see what Patrick Merrill is able to draw up with his team in the locker room as San Diego looks for, again, win number 1 of the season here at home. Let's go downstairs to Tabitha. Tabitha, she's with the head coach of the Rush, Derek Keenan.
Then the Seals came within 1, and you broke away again, but they just scored. What are you going to say to your guys at the halftime?
Well, I thought overall we played pretty well. First quarter, I mean, they're going to come back at us, of course. They're a pretty good team, and they're not going to quit either. So we just have to be consistent with our compete level. You know, not a great penalty there at the end of the quarter. We got to be better with that, and they got a pretty good power play, so we have to be more disciplined. You know, had an opportunity to be up 3, but we'll get back at it here. I liked our start. We had a lot of energy, and we bring that back in the third quarter. We should be in good shape.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate your time. Doug, John, back to you.
All right, again, Derek Keenan. And right now at the break, Saskatchewan leading San Diego 7-5. Halftime coverage after this. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live. Halftime here at Pechanga, where Saskatchewan leads San Diego 7-5. They've done it by outshooting the Seals in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, and I thought a pretty good quarter for San Diego, 3-3 in that one to get back to within 2. But the shot on goal totals are have got to be concerning if you're San Diego.
Yeah, the Rush plus 10 again in the first 30 minutes. All right, here's a little Seals trivia. Who was the first player in team history? If you said Kyle Buchanan, you're a devoted fan. He was the first to sign a contract with the club and rapidly became a key cog in the Seals' attack. Doug Locker caught up with Buchanan recently to reflect on last season and to look ahead.
It was a pretty unique experience. I'd never been an unrestricted free agent before, and I wasn't really planning on coming to the West Coast, honestly. You know, I had a newborn at home, and life was being set up in the East Coast, and that was kind of the plan. But when this opportunity came out, I heard Patrick and Steve out, and I knew right away that this was going to be a very special place. And you know, that led right into training camp. And last year was an amazing year. We set a pretty good foundation, a pretty good base. I think we brought in a ton of guys that are just good people, that maybe had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, maybe had something to prove.
Is it easy to typify or to come up with the differences from last year's offense to this year's offense? Not so much in terms of personnel, but in terms of style?
A little bit. I think it takes some time. Like, certainly there's a learning curve to that. But now in lacrosse, guys have played with so many different guys and have watched other guys so much that I think it gets shortened. So, you know, we want to find our groove, and oftentimes it's finding it with the other side too, because you can work so much with your righties, but you got to learn how those lefties are moving off ball, what they like to see, what they like to do. So it takes some time, but everyone on our offense too is very smart, and that's something we pride ourselves on, is that we have a lot of IQ up there. So to use that and take our time and learn each other's games and use it to our success.
An afternoon in San Diego with Salty the Seals mascot. At the half, Saskatchewan leading 7-5. You're watching the NLL on PR Live. NLL at the half, Saskatchewan leading San Diego 7-5. Mitch Jones and Logan Schuss lead the Vancouver Warriors offense, and part of why the duo is so successful on the floor is because they are so close off the floor. Devin Caney sat down with Jones and Schuss to find out how their decades-old friendship contributes to their game.
Schuss lowers his shoulder, cuts the middle, drops it off for Jones. He stops and shoots one.
Logan and I met when it was Pee Wee lacrosse. I think we were 12 years old. Prior to that, 4 or 5 years prior to that, we played against each other as kids, like neighboring cities. And I always knew who he was. He's the biggest kid out there. I think he hit puberty when he was 7 years old or something like that.
I mean, we've been playing with each other for so many years. He started playing together back in like bantam lacrosse, and so we've had a good bond off and on the floor.
So then we show up when we're 12 years old at the tryouts for that year, and we're just kind of staring at each other. Like, we didn't really want to talk to each other at first, but from there we obviously played the same position, played together, and the rest is history.
This is the first time you guys have played together professionally. I know it's only been, what, 1 full season?
Yeah, year and a half basically,
yeah. So how does it affect your relationship with him both on and off the floor?
Yeah, honestly I could say that it hasn't really affected us off the floor. I think with us living with each other, we see each other all the time, so we're pretty comfortable with, you know, telling each other, hey, like, we should have done this in a play, or, you know, let's work on this. And it's pretty easy to communicate outside of lacrosse. You know, sometimes, especially in the NLL, if players are fly-in players and you only can communicate via phone or text or email, it's pretty nice to be able to finish a game and then you go home together, and then, you know, throughout the week you're with each other talking about what could have gone better or what went right.
Give and go! Logan Schuss finds Mitch Jones, and he's got himself the hat trick tonight. But it spots Mitch Jones. Now Schuss with a shot, he scores! Logan Schuss.
What is a quality about him that most people don't know?
Most people don't know? Maybe not that most people don't know, but he's very generous. He's got a big heart to him. He's always looking to engage people, whether in a positive way, not picking on them, so he likes to give out jabs, and sometimes from afar it might look like he's just trying to be funny, but he's really just trying to engage people and get people involved in any way he can. That's kind of what I've always liked about him, just generosity and a big heart on him.
You know, I think people see Mitch as a very, like, competitive person. You know, he's pretty tense on the bench and during lacrosse, and for people that don't see him outside the game, I think they might look at him as just like a very fierce competitor and strictly business when it comes to on the floor stuff. But you know, he's been one of my best friends for the past 15 years for a reason, and you know, you can always kind of count on him when you need him outside of the game. And you know, he's an in guy. You know, if I had a bad day and I need to go for a beer, I'm like, hey Mitch, let's go grab a beer. And he's like, oh, sure. Like, I don't need to twist his arm, or, you know, if I need to talk to him about something, or we need to, you know, just hang out and watch TV, he's always there for me. So he's an end guy.
7-5 Saskatchewan on this sunny Sunday in San Diego. Halftime coverage continues after this on BR Live. The NLL on BR Live is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. Back here at Pechanga, Saskatchewan leading San Diego 7-5. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. It was the Rush that got off to a fast start with Ben McIntosh adding to the lead.
McIntosh getting them off to that 4-1 lead. And then Connor Fields comes back with a great little goal, low to high, to bring it to 5-4.
Only to see McIntosh finish the scoring for Saskatchewan and make it 7-4. The Seals would answer on the power play late in the first half inside the final 10 seconds. That's where we are right now. Again, San Diego trailing on their home floor 7-5 to Saskatchewan. A couple of teams that were in the postseason a year ago. Saskatchewan won the season series from the Seals a season ago, 2-1. And this is the first of 2 regular season meetings this year between these two sides. Again, a Sunday afternoon here as we get set for the third quarter.
And we'll see if San Diego can build on that momentum that they had right at the end of the first half with that big power play goal. Now coming back, they've got it to within 2. They're in a pretty good spot after struggling through most of that first quarter. A good second quarter puts them in position, and we should be in for a good one this afternoon from San Diego.
Patrick Merrill, the second-year head coach for San Diego. Yeah, it's been first quarter struggles that have really hurt San Diego this season. Now -9 in their first 5 games in terms of first quarter scoring. All right, so the Seals have it. You want to go to Tabitha here? All right, here's Tabitha with head coach of the Seals, Patrick Merrill.
Hey, Coach, what'd you say to the guys at halftime?
Honestly, I felt like we made some good adjustments after the first quarter, right? And honestly, just keep fighting. You know, I think little details are going to matter here in the end, so we just have to be dialed in on those things and win one battle at a time.
Thanks, Coach. Guys?
All right, again, the head coach of the Seals with us here to start this third quarter. San Diego empty on their first possession, a shot clock violation. Yeah, to his point, they were much better in that second quarter after a slow start. We'll see if they can get back into this trailing by just 2. Church cut off. Jarred loose. Chiliano's got it. Seals on the run out. Gobrecht. This is Fields, who is a goal shy of a hat trick, but he's knocked over there. Good defense by Dilks.
And you could see it there. Fields kind of stopped, and Dilks just took it away from him. Just shoved him to the ground, took the ball away, and we're going the other way.
The Rush have played well defensively here today. Marty Dinsdale's got a couple of goals in front. That's wide of the net from Austin Murphy. Kept alive, though, by Dinsdale. In front. Fake and then a save from Chiliano.
Yeah, the fake just froze Garrett McIntosh. Really created a great opportunity for the Rush, but Chiliano makes the save. And Chiliano with a really good first half, 30 saves in that half.
Facing all those shots, 37 of them. One-timers and a strike from Wesley Berg.
Just an alley-oop pass from Zach Greer, and Berg slams it home. Take a look at it here. Greer throws it into Berg, who essentially dunks it in.
We always talk about getting east-west, and the Seals are able to do that there. The one-timer from Berg. His first, and San Diego's hung around all day long. Back within 1 at 7-6.
San Diego on a 2-goal run going back to that first half. We'll see if they can keep the momentum going.
9th of the year for Berg, who in 2018 with Calgary, Doug had that huge year, right? 37 goals, 49 assists, didn't play last year. He's had a nice start here to his 2020. 4th assist for Greer, by the way, today. Oh, look at this. Kirk leaves the net for the check on holding.
A double team coming a unique way
with the goalkeeper. It felt like the first goal of the third quarter would be important for San Diego. Now they're right back in it, trailing by 1. Looking for a stop. Dinsdale right to the body of Chiliano. Long outlet. Seals as they hurry with Merrill. Had the winner last week, and that's off the post.
Good take by Brody Merrill.
Still loose. Rush have it. On the run out, Corbeil. Uncontested scores.
Corbeil's just so dangerous in transition, and you see there why. Good loose ball. Runs the floor, good speed, great athleticism, puts it by Chiliano.
Just a moment earlier at the other end, it looked like maybe San Diego would tie it up. And then on the run out, on the loose ball, Corbeil, no answer from Chiliano.
Yeah, Corbeil had decided from the moment he picked that loose ball up that he was going in, and good decision by him. You see a little bit of his speed. Not the guy you want coming down on you if you're Frank Chiliano.
No, wearing that C on his chest for the rush. Unassisted, Corbeil's first. So the lead stretched to 2. 3 minutes have gone by in the second half. Entertaining game between these two teams. San Diego has trailed all afternoon long. Still plenty of time in front of them. This is Berg, who just scored a moment ago on that one-timer. Back for Buchanan. Here's the screen from Pearson. Outside of the net is Greer doubled. Greer fires in on the body of Kirk. Greer fighting for the loose ball. It's still loose. And a push in the back against the rush. What a job by Greer.
Great job by Zach Greer to really get that. Oh, and a great quick restart. Pearson with the shot, just missed the net.
Now the rush with numbers the other way on Chiliano, and he answers the call.
Big save by Frankie there. McIntosh flying off the bench.
Especially on Matthews. So 8-6, the rush lead with possession in Austin Murphy. And an answer from Jeff Shattler outside. The cutter off the feet from Murphy, and the lead like that is back to 3.
And a 2-goal run all of a sudden for Saskatchewan, answering San Diego's 2-goal run, and it's Jeff Shattler.
Shattler in front, beat Chiliano to his right. So Shattler, who had 5 game winners a year ago, 34 goals overall, 2018 NLL Cup MVP, makes it 9-6. His third from Cornwall and Matthews. And the face-off is being fought for. On the near side boards, hard check. Helmet flies off. And a whistle and an over and back against the rush. Dive in with the Seals for another season of nonstop action. Tickets start at just $15. They're on sale now at SealsLax.com, SealsLAX.com. Hit hard, party hard, dive in. This game's gotten physical now in the second half. It's loose in the middle of the floor. The rush have it with Mike Messenger. And there was a check in the back. And it'll go back to San Diego. You can kind of feel the intensity picking up on the floor right now to start this third quarter. Rush have led throughout. Buchanan cut off. Now Fields. This is a screen. Fields looking for his third, but Kirk makes the low save.
Fields got to a dangerous spot on the floor, had a little bit of time and room, let it go low to low.
Seems like all afternoon long, the Rush have answered when the Seals have gotten close. And they have again. They lead by 3. It matches their largest lead. Behind the back, pass inside. Chiliano keeps it out like a snowman.
Great 2-man game and a huge save by Chiliano.
After the play, pushing and shoving as we reach immediate timeout. 9:43 to play. The Rush lead 9-6. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live. 9-6 Saskatchewan, and an afternoon for Jeremy Thompson where he's reached another plateau, hasn't he, Doug?
Yeah, Jeremy Thompson coming into this game needed 6 loose balls to become the 13th player in NL history to reach 1,300 in his career. He did that on the last opportunity just before the media timeout. Fantastic career achievement for Jeremy Thompson.
As the Rush have extended their lead to 4 for the first time today on the goal from Matthews. So they're in double figures on that quick run out. The Rush have their largest lead. Here's another look.
And Matthews really just going hard to the net, given what the Seals defense, taking what the Seals defense gave him. Nothing fancy, but he puts it home for his 7th of the season.
First today, 4 assists today. And the Rush, again, in double figures, still 9:23 to play in the third.
Well, and San Diego's got to find a way to stop this run. It's now a 3-goal run. They've got to get an answer of their own to claw back into this thing.
The Rush today have had 2 3-goal runs, one to start the game and one here in the third. They're going to give this ball to Saskatchewan. Just over 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. Wasn't that long ago that San Diego had scored the first goal of the second half and pulled to within 7-6. It's now a 10-6 Rush lead. In on Chiliano, he makes that save there on Church. If you love the NLL, you'll love all the highlights on our social channels. Get the best goals, saves, and action during the games and during the week on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and NLL.com. Seals need a goal. Greer got hung up for a moment as they play on. Shot high on Kirk. He makes the shoulder save. New shot clock, but the Rush have it. And that was around the neck of Osik, who continues with it. They play forward with numbers for a moment. Bodies flying in the crease, and we play on. Again, the physicality is picked up here in the second half. Pearson near the mid-stripe. Little two-man game. Buchanan dumps it off. Swung for Fields. Inside one-timer. Kirk makes a good save. Sliding to his right. Saskatchewan players going to go off here, Doug.
Seals are going to go to the much-needed power play to see if they can kind of stop the momentum here. Excellent save by Evan Kirk, going pipe to pipe on that last sequence by the Seals.
Second time Thompson's been in the box today. Had the roughing penalty earlier, held stick here. And a new goalkeeper for San Diego. So Chiliano's out. More on that in a moment, but right now 5-on-4. Behind the back, in close on Kirk. And this will stay with the Seals. Off the pipe from Berg. Still over 90 seconds, right around 90 seconds on the power play. That's deflected from Greer. In close, Greer again, and Kirk makes the save. So Chiliano, we've seen this a couple of times this year at home, Doug.
Yeah, Nick Damude coming in for San Diego, 43 minutes on the season. 9.75 goals against average. Has played well in the times that he has come in relief of Chiliano.
Former fourth rounder of Rochester in net right now for the Seals. And a bouncer from Berg, and the Seals pull to within 3.
Big power play goal on the bouncer by Wesley Berg. Gets this thing back to a 3-goal game.
Second tonight. Berg at the head of the power play. Zips one's off the floor to beat Kirk. On February 1st, the Seals are making history and hosting the Colorado Mammoth for the first NLL game to be played in Las Vegas. For more information, visit sealslax.com/Vegas. That's sealslax.com/Vegas. The lead trimmed to 3 on the Berg goal. Third period action here from Pechanga. John Schaefer, Doug Locker. Good to have you alongside on another gorgeous picture-perfect day outside in San Diego. Loose in front, shot on Damude, and he makes the save. 5th assist for Greer, by the way, today. Seals, even strength, and there's the turnover. Gobrecht couldn't handle. Run down by the Rush. Chiliano stays low on that, keeps it out.
Damude playing really well here. Yeah, no, very nice save by Damude. And that's what you want these guys to do when they come off the bench, is really kind of bide some time, change the rhythm, allow your guys to get into a little different mindset, and Damude seems to be providing that right now for San Diego.
In front, ball's loose, looking for, let's see, Kiernan in front. Rush get it back, 5 minutes or so to play in the third. Rush scored the first 3, have led by as many as 4. And now the Rush are going to go on a power play. Goalkeeper comes out. We'll get a stoppage here with 4:53 to play. So we'll tell you about the power play after this. Wesley Berg has scored to pull the Seals to within 10-7. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live.
I'm here with Rush head coach Derek Keenan. Now, I want to talk to you about Evan Kirk in the goal. Your team is second in the NLL in defense. How rock solid is he for you?
He's really good. I mean, if our defense gives him a chance, even when they do get shots, to see the ball, he tracks it very well, and if he gets a chance to react to it, he's going to make saves most of the time.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time, guys.
All right, back underway. Rush have it on the power play. 5-on-4 in close there on Damude, and he makes that stop. Seals would love something shorthanded, trailing by 3. John Schaefer, Doug Locker. Seals won their last one last weekend on the road, their first of the season. The Rush are 2-1. They won last weekend against New York, 11-4. New expansion franchise. In front, but right through the crease. Well, Doug, this will be an important one for San Diego to try to kill off.
Yeah, this is a big moment, down 3, late in the third, trying to fight back into it. You don't want to go down by 4.
Trail by 4 earlier here in the third quarter. Quick passing up high. And that time going post to post, they strike to stretch the lead.
And Ben McIntosh, the goal scorer, we'll take a look at it on replay, but he just posts up on the goal line, backside, and Schattler finds him.
And without much angle, still snuck that by Damude.
Yeah, does a real good job staying out of the crease. Nice goal, Ben McIntosh.
So McIntosh, who again was struggling offensively, what'd you say? Coming in, shooting 4%. He's got a hat trick today, right?
He's having a heck of a game.
5th goal this season, 3rd today for Ben McIntosh. The lead is 4 right now for the Rush.
And a face-off violation by the Rush is going to give San Diego the ball here.
Against Jeremy Thompson, who's been in the penalty box a couple of times for Saskatchewan. McIntosh from Schattler. Greer using a screen. In the middle for Noble, and he loses the handle on it.
Yeah, and you can kind of see it. They jam the ball into the middle, and 3 Rush players collapse on Noble in that case.
The lead was just 2 at the break. It's 4 right now. Seals get it back. For a moment, thought about hurrying ahead. A reminder, next weekend, the NLL Game of the Week moves to Buffalo. Josh Byrne and the Bandits as Tom Schreiber and the Rock in a North Division matchup. Catch all the action 6:30 Eastern on BR Live, Twitter, and Facebook. Fields has a couple of goals, both coming in the first half for San Diego. Now Berg, and he's denied low there by Kirk with that over-the-top shot. Outlet is Hasek. Hasek gets rid of it on the line change for McIntosh. And Demuth is in net. That shot is high, and the Seals defense comes up with it. Belgrave brings it ahead. Again, we're late in the third here in Pechanga. Seals have trailed throughout. They've not been even or ahead all day. Haven't been even since 0-0. Fields all the way outside. Got through Kirk, but not through the pipes. Picked up by the Rush. This is Corbeil, the captain, who's got a breakaway goal this half. Now slow it up. Inside 2 minutes to play. Church. Low on Demuth, he makes that stop. By the way, the Rush back home on Co-op Field at SaskTel Center this Saturday, January 18th, as they take on the Colorado Mammoth. Don't miss out on Prairie Pride Night, presented by Finning Canada. Tickets at saskrush.com.
And I know they've got some CFL players coming to that game. George Reed, former CFL great, along with Cody Fajardo, who will be signing autographs. Try to catch a pass from him if you're a fan. A lot of fun things going on in Saskatoon next weekend.
All right, final minute now of this third quarter. Seals could use a goal on Kirk. Right to the body, though, of Kirk. It's loose. Seals come up with it in front. Fields all types of time. Maybe took too long. Overthought the shot there, Doug.
Yeah, it seems like he had an eternity to shoot the ball, but Dilk slid across and took that time away real fast.
On the run out the other way, that shot was behind Hasek, or the pass, excuse me. See if they go quick or not for a 2-for-1. Probably not. Difference between the clocks, 10 seconds or so. Remember, the Seals got that late goal in the second to pull to within 2. They could use a late goal here, even strength. Using a hard pick. Fields goes underneath, but he's double, dumps it off. And the Seals do strike late with Kyle Buchanan.
What a fantastic feed by Connor Fields. Just floating the ball to Buchanan, who is backside and puts it by Kirk. Take a look at it here. Fields looks like he's going straight to the net. That's what the Rush defense thinks. They go to double. Just a nice little flip to Buchanan, who buries it for San Diego.
That was all Fields, though. Buchanan would tell you that. Fields draws the double. Buchanan's left alone. He's got a ton of net to work with to the right of Kirk, and he answers. It's 11-8. Yeah, Buchanan from Fields. Fields setting it up, though. All right, final seconds now of the third. Jarred loose on that far side. And the Seals come up with it here late. Stick goes flying. The Rush have it. They will not get a shot off, and that'll do it for an entertaining third. So 11-8. The Seals have scored late in quarters each of the last 2. Kyle Buchanan has San Diego within 3. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live. Fun afternoon here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. The Rush leading the Seals 11-8. Gear up for the 2020 Seals season at our brand new team store located at Hazard Center in Mission Valley. And don't forget, the season ticket members always save 15% on everything in store. Visit SealsLAX.com for more information. SealsLAX.com. Hit hard, party hard, dive in. Underway in the fourth. John Schaefer, Doug Locker. Seals trail by 3, but get the turnover on the first possession. And Chiliano was replaced in net at some point here in the second half, Doug. Damude's been in. Seals have trailed by 4. The lead right now is 3. Still loose. Near the net. And the Rush have it. Both teams have been good on the power play. Saskatchewan out shooting San Diego 49-41 in shot attempts. Damude halts that from Matthews. Matthews fighting to get it back. And he fires that away. So this is loose. It's going to be an over and back. And the Seals will have it on the restart. First goal of the fourth quarter could go a long way if San Diego scores it. Trailing by 3. Fields shovels it off. Bounding shot wide of Kirk. Loose for Saskatchewan. What's most critical, Doug, for San Diego here in the final quarter?
Well, I think, right now the clock is not really a factor.
Yeah.
But the next goal, I feel like, is a big deal for whoever scores it.
That's wide. Back to the Seals.
I don't know. I would say, John, I would just say keep working hard. You're going to try to get the next one, build on some momentum. Gobs of time right now. It's the NLL. I mean, 3 minutes would be gobs of time.
Yep. And Patrick Merrill told Tabitha, he said, listen, we played hard late in the first half. We played even with them in the second quarter. Let's just keep doing that here in the second half. Fields trying to create himself, and Kirk goes down to all 4s to keep that out.
But I think if you're going to have success against Evan Kirk, you've got to get a lot of good ball movement.
Yep, east-west. Off the dashers. Back for Matthews. Matthews gets it back in that shovel pass. 2-man game. Inside, and Damude keeps it out. Good passing, though, from the Rush. Seals on the run out. Saved by Kirk off the left shoulder. No score in the first 3 minutes of this fourth. It's loose. Saskatchewan has it. Join the Seals. They'll dive into Sin City for a special game Saturday, February 1st at Orleans Arena in Vegas. Select season ticket members even get free hotel rooms. Get your tickets now at SealsLAX.com. That's SealsLAX.com. Hit hard, party hard, dive in. Good passing. Nice stop there on the shot from Schattler. Belgrave. Remember, the Seals needed overtime last weekend. Brody Merrill winning it. They'd love to find themselves in overtime in this one, I feel like. Trailing by 3 in the fourth. Still looking for their first home win of the season. Berg wide of Kirk. Shot clock does not reset. Buchanan unloads, and Kirk, another stop. It's loose, though, in the crease. And the Rush have it. Four minutes have gone by here in the fourth quarter without a goal. And Damude, it's right by the goal line and poked in, but they're going to wave it off.
Yeah, that was like a time warp there. Just kind of hung.
Forever, right? Seals have it, trailing by 3. Here's another look at it. Look at that. Just hovering near the goal line. Fortunately, it wasn't kicked in. Now player down in the offensive zone for the Rush. That's Jeff Cornwall. He's going to hobble off. Kind of favoring his right side. As we get a stoppage at 10:34 to play. And Johnny Pearson's going to go off. So this is big right here, Doug, because you've got 2 minutes. You trail by 3. And if the Rush could extend their lead.
Well, the Rush are super dangerous in 5-on-5, but on the power play tonight, 2 for 2. Last power play, they scored within a matter of seconds, and that's kind of their MO.
Matthews high on the shot. Rebounded quickly, though, by Saskatchewan. Matthews behind the back, off the dasher, right to the stick of Demude. Seals have 3 shorthanded goals this season. A 4th would go a long way to potentially winning today at home against the Rush. This will take us under 10 minutes to play in the game. Leslie Berg starts at 4-on-5. Low shot from Greer. Fields tracks it down. Final seconds on the shot clock. Just getting a shot off there. Playing on here. Under 10 minutes to play.
And next week, San Diego makes the long trip to Halifax, Nova Scotia.
4 time zones. Halifax 4-0 on the season. Then the weekend after, the Seals will be in New York. That's wide.
2 cross-country trips, and the Rush go home to play Colorado.
Final seconds of the shot clock. Will they get it off? They do. Seals the rebound. Still shorthanded. Final 30 seconds or so, as you see on your screen. Seals 4-on-5. Maybe go 1-on-1 here. We'll see. They do, and the shot is wide. It was a good decision there. Trailing by 3. Why not? As we get to immediate timeout. 8:59 remaining in this one for Pechanga. 11-8 Saskatchewan. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live.
Welcome back. The Rush lead 11-8, and I'm here with offensive coordinator Josh Sanderson. Now I have to ask you, we've been down 3 before in the first quarter. How do you come back?
Well, we got to chip away, and we're running out of time, so we're trying to get out of this kill. Obviously not. Now we're a bit more urgent to, get on a little roll here and try to get it to overtime.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Well, that was gorgeous there for McIntosh. He's got 4 now behind the net, wrapping it around the net, and beating the goalkeeper to make it 12-8.
Yeah, just a beautiful finish by Ben McIntosh. You see the ball just gets fed back to behind the net. Obviously a set play coming out of the media timeout, and the Rush run it to perfection. McIntosh with the dunk, and we're back to a 4-goal lead for Saskatchewan. So and more importantly, they go 3 for 3 now on the power play.
Good point.
Really capitalizing on special teams.
Which means they're now 8 of 13 for the season. Saskatchewan on the power play. And like you said, it's a lot of time because it's indoor lacrosse, 8:49, but the Rush have not allowed San Diego to make runs in this game. Now, maybe a 2-goal run, but there have not been many significant runs in this game for San Diego.
No, and you're facing a world-class goaltender in Evan Kirk. You've really got to be creative, moving the ball offensively to beat him. They've got their work cut out for them in the next 8:49, but certainly doable.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just way tougher after that power play goal by the Rush.
So again, McIntosh kind of felt like he was due. He's got 4 goals. Keenan and Church the assists. I will say this, if the Seals win this game, they need the next goal. They can't go down 5. Not in the 4th to Evan Kirk, you wouldn't think. Here's Schaller in front. Shot was tied up there by the Seals defense.
Yeah, good job by Tor Reinhold to kind of eat that one.
Here's a chance the other way. And a runner there, but Garrett McIntosh missed it wide. Zach Greer, 5 assists today. Shoots low on Kirk, and he makes another save.
Not a bad take by Zach Greer. Got himself into space.
So again, we felt like this one was important today for San Diego because again, they're on the road the next 2 weekends, including Halifax. They're 4-0. That passed the outstretched arm there of Merrill, and a turnover against the Seals, giving another possession back to the Rush.
Well, and the Western Division is so tough. I mean, you've got Colorado playing well. You've got the Rush. You've got Calgary as your defending champs. Vancouver's playing well. So it's a tough nut, and anytime you play a Western Division opponent, takes on even more importance.
Seals, if they don't overcome this, would fall to 1-4 on the season. Now again, you're going to play an 18-game regular season, so there's a lot of lacrosse in front of us, regardless of what happens over the next 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Here's Greer from outside, and Kirk smothers that one. Next weekend, the NLL Game of the Week moves to Buffalo. Josh Byrne and the Bandits host Tom Schreiber and the Rock in a North Division matchup. Catch all the action at 6:30 Eastern on BR Live, Twitter, and Facebook. So the Seals have not scored here in the fourth. Berg shedding a defender, looking for a cutter, and that's scooped wide of Kirk. Good creative idea from San Diego. Pearson all the way outside. Kirk is able to hold that one out. So at some point, the clock will become an issue, maybe inside 5 minutes. Kirk has made 40 saves, by the way, tonight. He needed just 26 for 4,000 in his career. He has surpassed that. This is Keenan. Looking in front, it is loose, and the Seals gobble it.
And if you're San Diego, you need good ball movement. You need to move Kirk side to side, and you need to start finishing some of these chances.
Here's Merrill, wide of Kirk off the shoulder. Greer keeps it for the Seals. We dip inside 6 minutes here in America's finest city, Noble. Now power play opportunity as the goalkeeper comes off. So 6 on 5 for the Seals. Berg near the restraining line. Noble inside, and Buchanan shut down by Kirk. But a power play coming up for the Seals.
Real good inside look for Kyle Buchanan. Just not able to finish.
So for the Rush, it is Jordy Jones-Smith that goes off. And the Seals have to score in this power play, Doug, trailing 12-8.
Yeah, it's an important power play. Let's say that for sure.
So holding the stick. The Seals have been excellent on the power play today, 2 for 3, but that shot, again, gobbled up by Saskatchewan, which means they can use some clock here on the penalty kill. Potentially upwards of 30 seconds. There's an over and back, though. Kyle Rubish. So Seals another opportunity. Kirk, as you see, 42 saves. Well over 80% today. Berg at the top, behind the back. Deflected. Kept by Buchanan. Back for Berg, wide of Kirk. And that'll be immediate timeout. 4:41 to play. Saskatchewan in control right now. San Diego on the power play. We'll take a timeout. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live. And now for the play of the game presented by Geico, number 4 from Ben McIntosh. That was gorgeous.
Yeah, just a beautiful set play coming out of the media timeout for the Rush. He capitalizes on the power play.
So 4:41 to play. San Diego will immediately double here because the Rush are on the penalty kill and the Seals on the power play. Just over a minute left on that power play. And again, the Seals need a goal here. And they need a stoppage as well on the kill. The Rush have not trailed all day long. Pass intercepted by San Diego. A run out. Great defense there, knocking it away.
Really good play. Yeah, really good play by Cam Holding to initially start the play. And then he was dispossessed by the Rush.
Now Schattler just using some clock on this kill. Final 35 seconds. Game clock will dip under 4 minutes now. There's a cutter in front, and Damude makes the save. He's come on in relief of Chiliano here in the second half. Waning moments of the power play. Do they want to go quickly or not? Final seconds. Here's Berg. Gonna get back. They'll get a shot off, but got a piece of Kirk. Teams are about to be even strength. They are. And that's jarred loose. The Rush kill it off. Lead by 4. Under 4 minutes to play. And I think now are content to maybe thinking about using 15 or 20 seconds every time down, Doug.
Yeah, that was a big power play. Big penalty kill for the Rush.
Now we're inside 10 seconds on the shot clock. In front, and that's high of Damude. And the seconds will tick down in a shot clock violation against the Rush, but there are worse things for them. They lead by 4.
Well, now San Diego needs to go, and they need to go fast.
And they're going to pull their goalkeeper. So they'll play 6-on-5, trailing by 4 with 2:40 to play. It's a must-score possession if the Seals are going to win. In front, get a man up, and that's going to be over and back. Damude back in there on the reset. Under 2:30 to play, Doug. And it's essentially keep away time for the Rush.
Yeah, the Rush are going to kill some clock here. Obviously burn some time. San Diego's got to pursue.
This is what Saskatchewan has done this year, Doug. They don't allow goals. Just 8 goals today. And Kirk had been allowing about 8 goals per game coming in. Using all those seconds. Good save, but it'll stay with Saskatchewan. New shot clock.
An opportunity to eat another 30.
And again here at even strike, so a little easier for the Rush to use the field to their advantage. Not playing a man down like they were just a moment ago. Why not, right? Leading by 4. We'll try to get a shot off late here in the shot clock. It's inside 10.
Delayed penalty coming up against San Diego.
As that is smothered by Damude, but now with the Seals going a man down, this is all but over for Saskatchewan. Leading 12-8, 90 seconds to play. Securing their 3rd win of the season potentially, and dropping the Seals to 0-3 at home. Mike Carnegie goes off for San Diego for the hold. Well, give Saskatchewan credit. I mean, they came out of the gates firing, led 3-0, have not looked back.
No, they played a real solid game today, and Derek Keenan mentioned that during one of the interviews with Tabitha. He was real happy with the performance at that point, and he's even got to be happier at the performance to this point.
This is interesting because, again, on the power play, the Seals really can't do anything here to get the ball back, but just wait these 30 seconds out. Just keep away right now. And now they do shoot late in the shot clock. And it wraps around back to San Diego. So we've got a minute left. It's been all Saskatchewan. Under a minute to play. Quick shot. Ball's loose. Rush have it. So just semantics right now for Saskatchewan. Again, they will move to 3-1. San Diego 1-4 with a trip to Halifax looming next weekend for San Diego. Again, they'll get healthier as the season prolongs. But right now, an 0-3 start to their season at home. I don't even know if they'll try a shot here or not. No, they'll just dump it off. Last crack for the Seals. Goalkeeper comes out, so it'll be even strength, essentially 5-on-5, because Saskatchewan's on a power play. Can they get one in the final seconds? Fields outside. in front, and a goal in the final second of the night for San Diego. Noble, number 2. That'll be your final score, though.
Yeah, really nice feed from Connor Kiernan to Noble, going hard to the net. Despite the score, good signs there, good chemistry between the two of these two guys. Noble with the nice catch and finish.
It was. So 12-9, they do score on the shorthanded, on the penalty kill. Inside of 1 second. Again, semantics here in the faceoff. The final score will be Saskatchewan 12 and San Diego 9 for Noble, his second goal. It comes with under a second to play. And that'll do it. Saskatchewan takes the first regular season meeting between these two teams. Beats San Diego here in Pechanga 12-9. We'll come back with our post-game coverage up next. You've been watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live. A final from San Diego. Saskatchewan beats the Seals on their home floor 12-9. John Schaefer and Doug Locker. And you look at the difference here today. Faceoffs even, Doug. Shots on goal, the advantage to the rush. And Evan Kirk was very good in net.
Yeah, and that's really what it comes down to is everything in the stat category is pretty even except for the save differential. And Evan Kirk was spectacular. The other thing I would point out, John, is once again the first quarter proved to be the difference. The 3-goal deficit was too much to climb out of for San Diego. The rest of the way was pretty even, but first quarter doom was the story in San Diego.
Big afternoon for Saskatchewan's Ben McIntosh, 4 goals. He's on floor right now with Tabitha Lipkin.
Now, Ben, I have to ask you, at 4 goals tonight, what was flowing for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just it kind of works that way with our offense. It seems to be one guy every night, seems to be getting the goals. So tonight it was me. Hasn't been me any other game this year, so it was nice to get a few tonight.
Yeah, you accounted for a third of the scoring for Saskatchewan. Now, also, you're playing against your brother who plays defense, Garrett, for the Seals. What's that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing against each other for a while now. It's fun. I mean, when you're out there, you don't pay too much attention to it, but every now and then I'll feel a slash, and it'll be Garrett out there giving me a good shot.
Now, what do the Rush have to do in order to get ready for Colorado?
Yeah, I mean, Colorado's a really good team. They have some really good goaltending and defense, so we got to keep our offense going, and it's going to be a battle. So we got to be ready next weekend.
Well, Ben, thank you for your time. Enjoy the win. John and Doug, back to you.
All right, thanks, guys. Again, big day for Ben McIntosh, part of Saskatchewan's 3-goal win on the road today over San Diego to get to 3-1 of the season. Let's take a look at some of these highlights. It started early for the Rush, and Cornwall made it 5-2.
Cornwall with a big goal to get them going in transition.
Seals, though, got back into it. A couple of really nice goals from Connor Fields today.
Yeah, Connor Fields had another strong outing today, I feel like. Two nice goals here. One low to high, one low to low. Gets a little bit of separation and beats Evan Kirk.
Yeah, all of a sudden it was a 1-goal game, but Saskatchewan had their lead back to 9-6 with a pair of goals, and then Matthews made it 10-6, part of a 3-goal run.
Mark Matthews is just so deadly anywhere on the floor, but you get him time and room, and it's a real tough situation.
And then McIntosh capping off his 4-goal game with that dive shot from behind the net to make it 12-8. And we should mention, of course, what Evan Kirk did today. All of the saves, keeping the Rush out in front all afternoon long. They never trailed.
Yeah, he was spectacular, earning the second start tonight, but really spectacular for the Rush, keeping San Diego at bay pretty much all day long.
Got a final score from Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Saskatchewan 12, San Diego 9 for Tabitha Lipkin and Doug Locker. My name is John Schaefer. You've been watching the National Lacrosse League on BR Live.
Special presentation of the National Lacrosse League.